Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Growth, longevity, understanding, and integrity. Me and you, we on the road. Gradually, self-discovery. Got a lot to learn in this life, and I'm excited. Gonna do it with my people like mine. What you gonna do when you need it? What you gonna do? Reboot.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome in. This is our third week of the month, and we are here for Reboot the podcast. I have our wonderful leader, Phoenix Leoa, with me, and our gracious moderator / host, the STL. Hi, how are you guys?
Hello.
Well, hello, good evening. I'm doing very good tonight. I'm feeling good. It's been a wonderful day. This morning I started off with just listening to affirmations and just actually what happened was I woke up today at 5 a.m. and could not go back to sleep.
Oh,
And
that's
I
a
was
calling.
like,
That is a calling on your spirit.
listen, I was trying to go back to sleep so bad. I put the beach waves on. It just wasn't working. So then I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get up and get the day started. So I was very productive this morning. How's you guys' day been, week been, weekend been? What's going on with you?
Nice and relaxing. It has been a nice, relaxing, long weekend. I loved it. It was
Awesome.
exactly the reset I needed. What about you, STL?
Doing good. Just been very, very busy this weekend. So it's been a great week.
Yes.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I was saying busy is always better than not busy because the time passes so much easier when it's busy.
When you got stuff to do, you know, you ain't got time to be dwelling on nothing. You know, you're focused, you're laser focused, you're getting things done. It feels good.
It feels good.
Those
We're getting it done.
Yeah. So y'all, today you already know I kind of put it on our page a little bit. We are talking about business work today. So we're gonna get into it and just kind of have a conversation. Y'all, please don't be shy with us tonight. Get on in this chat and talk with us because guess what? We want to hear what y'all got to say. We are talking about starting a business. Little did y'all know, it's a lot of like small business owners right here on this podcast.
Mhm.
It's a
Yes,
lot of entrepreneurship happening right here on this podcast.
right here,
Um,
live and in color.
live and in color, I think it's important to have multiple lines of income and thinking about how to generate wealth and just kind of growing stuff. So me, I do hair. That's my main line of income right now, and it has taught me a lot about business, and it's a continuous journey for me, and I still got a whole bunch to learn, but I feel like I over the years I've picked up a few things here and there.
I've always been interested in the other side of the hair business because for me, I'm always the consumer. I don't do hair. I mean, I do my friend's hair, but like never as
Oh,
like for money, nothing like that. I love to kind of see what different styles work for different people. But I'm
what
always
you be doing,
interested.
Shelly?
I don't, first of all, can't braid. Well, I don't know. I do like really good fishtail and French braids, but not like
Hmm.
box braids and like really detailed like stitch braids.
Oh, I
That's
see.
not my forte.
Who
But
are these stitch braids, honey? Go ahead, go
they,
ahead.
are they stressing you out on, see, and that's my question. Like when people contact you and they want like these fad hairstyles, these like internet hairstyles, what does it make you think? Are you just like, well, I guess I gotta get with the times or what?
You gotta get with the times. Let me tell
You
you, because if
do.
you listen, if you ain't talking about feeding some hair in, if you ain't talking about, you know, making it look precise and neat and just like the stitches, how everybody
Yes.
wants it now, you're not about to
Mhm.
be getting paid. So
Wow.
I think it's great. It's the beauty industry is definitely what's in style. So if you're not doing what's in style, then you probably you're not making as much money as you can.
But are
So
we too hype on the terms? Because I was really let down when I realized a silk press was just a flat iron and they just wrap your stuff up in a little bit of saran wrap at the end. Like I felt real duped when I found that
wait,
out.
wait, a silk press is more than that.
That's what it feels like.
They
She
do
flat
use this.
ironed my stuff and then she
Uh
wrapped me up like a Christmas turkey and she put me underneath the dryer for a little bit.
huh. Not the Christmas turkey. That's hilarious. I mean, you use usually people use certain products with a silk press so that
Mhm,
it's silky as opposed to just kind of laying flat or whatever. But do
mhm.
you feel like there's a difference or no?
I mean, so I was told my first couple, which I've only had two, and I was told your first couple of times it's not going to last as long because you need time to train your natural texture.
Right.
But literally, the first time I got one, it was for my wedding, like 2 or 3 years ago. Wow, 2 or 3 years ago, 4 years ago now, and it didn't
Black
last
love.
for three
Hashtag black
days.
love.
Listen, it didn't even last the 3 days I needed it to last. I got it done on like a Wednesday. I was flying in for the wedding on Saturday. By Saturday, my roots were already poofy. So I
Hmm.
had to get a whole different style for the day because it was not going to work. And I wasn't about to flat iron my hair twice in a 3 day span.
Well, as a cosmetologist, okay, as a licensed cosmetologist, let me
Give it
get on
to
this
me. Give it to
podcast
me.
and let y'all know that our natural hair is as strong as our history, as strong as the folks and as all the stuff that black people been through. We've kind of progressed through it and we continue to rise and continue to thrive. Your roots and your hair is the same way. You can like if you've only done it one time, then your hair is going to revert back faster. It takes a
Mhm.
lot to train natural hair.
Ah, okay. So
So
she knew what
it
she was
she
talking about.
should what should have happened was she should have advised you like, okay, yeah, you could get this for your wedding, but it's not gonna last long because this is your first time.
Yes.
So it takes a while for your hair to train and stay in that state for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
yeah, that is true. It take a few times. Take a few times,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
And
So now
natural
I don't feel
hair.
as bamboozled.
Yeah, and I think that's a lot of when I used to have a big fro. I used to have and I would never flat
Yes.
iron it because it would just automatically, like,
Go
soon as
back.
it got done flat ironing, it would just automatically go back. And so I just got tired of that because I'm a bit of a sweater too. So
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta train it. If that's what you want, if you want to wear your hair straight but have natural hair, or just get it flat iron,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta
No,
train
I
it.
really do love my natural hair. I love the body. I love that it defies gravity. Like I really do like the natural look because like you said, like I feel like it's my ancestors. They stayed strong. Like they're
Exactly.
powerful. They push through. They don't the
Push
elements
through
don't
it.
affect this. They're
No,
still
not at
showing
all.
in me today.
Oh, it's gonna be there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it ain't gonna be died down at all. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
so yeah, but I mean, you said you wanted to know. You was always interested in the other side of the
Your
of the.
side, yes, your
So
side
what?
as being the person who's facilitating the services. Like I see on social media all the time different hairstylists talking about like the way that they're approached by clients and just kind of the decorum that goes on in hair salons. Do you feel like there should be some changes? Is there anything that you're like upset with or you wish would happen differently? Or like what do you really love about being a hairstylist?
I mean, what I love about being a hairstylist, and me personally, I enjoy. I think I have a natural spirit of like nurturing. I always want to take care of people, and for me, doing hair is like the ability to take care of folks in this
Mm-hmm.
little way. I am getting paid, okay, but
Mm-hmm.
it feels good to make other people feel good. Okay, so that's what I love about doing hair. There are, there are going to be issues in any business or anything. If you are rendering a service, it's going to be things you have to come up against.
Mm-hmm.
Some things that I've had to learn and kind of get away from is like the whole like friend discount or family free stuff. That has been a struggle for me in the business, and it's
Have you
actually
seen
you said what?
Have you seen the TikTok? It costs that much because it takes me fucking hours.
I have not.
Yes,
It's so
yes,
true. It's
it's
so
true.
true. Folks be
Absolutely,
like, what? They be like, how much? Oh,
that's the price.
but people don't understand that. I'm not. I have to pay to work. Okay,
Hmm.
so there, I have to pay for product. I have to pay for booth rental. I have to pay for gas. I have to pay. Like most people, you go and you get paid. I have to put out money first to actually get paid. So,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, a lot of people get it. If you are good and you take care of people, then you won't have too many issues. But you do have to tell certain people. I have a lot of people who like to come. I'll tell you this little. I went to do this little boy's hair. This boy was 9 years old. Okay, and his grandmother was paying for his hair, but he asked me how much is gonna be, and I was like, oh, I don't remember what I said, like 40 or something, and he was like, can you do it for 20? And
The
I'm
nine-year
like,
old.
the 9 year old. I'm like, first of all, sir. First of
Right.
all, this is not what I'm not about to be bargaining with these kids. That's what I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool that he felt like he could speak up. I don't think I would have ever tried to bargain on something at that age, so that
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah.
But it was weird for me because I just was like, why am I having to deal with the folks? Why does everybody want a discount? So
Hmm.
I get it. We all, it's money's tight, right?
No.
But I feel like, getting your hair done is not necessarily how do you say, it's not a necessity.
It's not. It's not a necessity because at the end of the day, you could do it yourself. It's probably not going to look good as if Phoenix Leor did it.
It's
The
not.
fire.
It's
It's
not.
not going to look as good. Sorry, but
But I mean, you know,
also I'm not giving you a discount because it's also not required for you to be in my chair.
yeah,
Yeah.
see. It's interesting. But you
Hmm.
know what I learned? I just learned not to even take that stuff to heart, or like if
No.
people ask for a discount, just tell them, hey, no.
Yeah.
This is the price, and I'm
Sorry.
learning that. I'm learning that more so.
And I mean, not sorry. Don't apologize. There's no sorry necessary. Like that's the price.
I've been
That's
really
it.
working on trying to not say sorry so much
Hmm.
because
Yes. Man, me too.
it's yeah. I usually am usually like, oh, I'm so sorry, or easily I just say sorry on GP. No,
Yeah,
I'm not sorry.
yeah.
Okay, I'm not
I'm not.
sorry at all.
That's it. I said what I said.
Period.
Okay.
Just like Mimi, I said what I said. Okay.
Trey
Any
Brown,
questions?
he was told to ask for a discount.
He was told to
Right.
ask for a discount.
The little boy was told to ask for a
Oh, the
discount.
little boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
And M Mac TTF said he wanted that discount, baby. And SK is giving a good testimony on here. She said Phoenix is the truth on the hair. I'm a witness, and I am too. She
She
can do
is.
some hair.
I am too.
She can do some hair.
Appreciate y'all. Appreciate. I've been doing hair for a long. I think I've been braiding for since I was 10.
Yes.
Mhm.
The Stillman family,
Yes.
they was who I practiced on, the seven boys.
Yeah.
I always think back to when I was first started braiding. And honey, let me tell you something. It's been a journey. I'm
Yes.
much better than what I used to be.
Yes. Here we go. We got a rage, y'all. Hey, the Rebel Inc. with the raid. We see you, Crazy Berrytown, Keisha Key, Lawanda Baskerville, Shelly B2.
Hey,
Come on in.
hey.
Psalms 4. Shelly
Welcome
Thunder.
in.
Michelle Browno. I appreciate the callus. All of you guys are here, and this raid is brought to you by none other than the Rebel Inc. We want to appreciate you for bringing the crew on tonight. Welcome in, DJ I Rock Jesus. I see you, my guy. I
Yo,
appreciate you
yo.
so much. And everybody that's coming with that raid. The Rebel Inc. is the business. This is her second stream today. They had bangos. That's what they were doing tonight.
Game night.
Okay.
And this
Come
morning,
on,
she was off the
Rebels.
chain with her morning stream. That stream, the girl is serious. She's serious.
I
So
learned
no
that
game.
I can't join bangos. Well, maybe I can, but I just have to lurk. And same with Max game nights because I'm just way too competitive and I get really angry. And then I start throwing my phone around, and I have 3 little children who are looking at me like,
See,
Listen.
not sure you're handling this well. And I'm not handling it well. But welcome, Raiders. Welcome.
Welcome. I want to invite all of our streamers. I see Crazy Berrytown. I see DJ I Rock Jesus. Anybody, Mac TTF, anybody else that are streamers, we want to invite you to drop your links in there, and we'd be happy to follow you and invite our viewers to follow you as well. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
To give a quick update for all the Raiders, today's topics we're speaking about are business, specifically entrepreneurship, and since it's Black History Month, even more specifically, Black businesses. Right now, we are highlighting our lovely our lovely co-host, Phoenix Lior. She is a cosmetologist extraordinaire, and we're all just talking about her accolades, how she throws down in that chair. Listen, I have a story for y'all.
Oh.
When my husband, then boyfriend, I was like, babe, you need to go get your hair retwisted. Like it's not looking good. Let me find you a shop. So I found it. I think I'm doing something good. I find a shop. He's like, okay, we're gonna go Saturday. I find a shop. I make an appointment. Bada boom. I get dressed. He's like, okay, we're gonna get my hair done. So I'm like, all right, Matt, here's the shop. Put it in your GPS. He was like, no. I'm like, well, where are you going? He goes, we're going to Kansas City. I'm like, you go to Kansas City to get your hair done? Mind you, we live 4 hours away from Kansas City. And he was like, yeah, only one person does my hair. I don't trust nobody else. You're not about to have me with bald edges. I'm like, okay, let me call my daddy. Make sure you ain't trying to kidnap me because
listen,
I did not know you would take me to Kansas City to get your hair retwisted. But I saw why when we got there. The hair was pristine. Okay, my baby was looking like $1 million when we left Lena's chair.
Yo, let me see if I can find the picture because I remember exactly when this was. You need
the picture, girl, because I got the picture because I took a whole lot of pictures.
You got the picture, Shelly?
Girl, no.
Now,
was this all the pictures?
Was this the first time that we met?
This was the first time you and I met, yes.
Yes. I really liked Shelly when I met. I was excited. Yes, I really appreciate that. I love doing their hair. Like I really did. And they all have beautiful hair. It's always all of them have thick hair, all the Stimmer boys, thick hair. And it was just, I learned on their hair and I feel that's so sweet. That just kind of blessed my spirit. Okay.
Listen, yes, it was and then when you told him you weren't doing hair anymore, Homie was ready to cut the locks off right then and there. He was like, "Ain't no point. I'm not going to anybody else. I'm about to just get rid of them. Can't do it."
It was a struggle. It was a
It
struggle,
was.
and I had that issue. Somebody just commented, it is what the way it is. Before I went bald, it was a struggle to move and need to find a new barber. What's that? The call is, yo,
Yes.
listen, people's loyalty, especially with the barbers, especially men and their barbers,
Yeah.
that loyalty is like next level.
It's unmatched.
It's like it always surprises me. Like it's just amazing. Like I always love to see that though. Girl, I'm trying to find this picture.
I was so shocked because he was ready to get on the highway, and I was like, "Oh, I thought we were just gonna go like down to the hood to a little shop, get your locks retwisted real quick." I didn't know he was going to Kansas City. I know
y'all came to Kansas City, 12th Street, baby. I remember that y'all came in and I got Nick together. It was so much fun.
Yes, yes, it was. It was a lot of fun. Meeting you was a lot of fun. You were singing in the shop. I'm like, this is my home. Like, can I get my hair done too?
See, here we go, y'all.
Listen.
DJ Onyx Heart with the raid. Come through. We appreciate you. DJ Onyx Heart is a streamer. If you're not following him, please follow. DJ Aurora Onyx Heart is also a streamer. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you all coming in. Thank you. And so much mad love coming to you.
Thank you guys for the raid. Welcome.
Wait, the caller said, I went back in DC and drove back to Philly to get a cut once.
I'm not mad.
DC to Philly.
I'm not mad.
Like,
you better hold them people. Oh, you know what? The only picture I have on Instagram, he has a bandana on because he never took his bandana off. You told him to put it on. He didn't take it off like 3 days.
He wasn't playing.
He was not playing.
Well, I can't find the picture, but we did like a little weave thing. It was like a like a fishtail kinda, you know, with the locks, and he went back. It looks nice. We ain't gonna play. You know,
it was fire.
And actually, locks are my favorite thing to do.
Take it from me. I'm pretty sure that was the weekend I said I love you.
Did I love you?
Sweet.
Listen, I was like, well, I think I want to marry you.
I see you, man.
I love it.
That's when you said, I love you.
Listen, them locks was looking good. If you need your hair done, go to Phoenix because she going to make you fall in love.
She will do it.
Please follow my hair page on Instagram. It's called Call Me _soft hands. Okay. That's my Instagram.
Soft hands.
And I'm gonna tell y'all why I say that. I used to work at a salon called Smart Styles. It's the little salons that be in the Walmart.
Yeah, in Walmart.
Have you ever been? Yeah. So I used to work at the one on in Independence, the Walmart Independence.
Highway. You were on 40 Highway.
40 Highway, yes.
Yeah.
And there was this lady who came in, and she was just this like older, sassy lady. She had short hair. And one time I washed her hair because one of the other ladies did her hair. One time I washed her hair, and then she never learned my name. Every time she saw me, she would be like, "Oh, that's Soft Hands," because she liked the way that I shampooed her hair. Soft Hands. Soft Hands, how you doing, baby? Come on, Soft Hands. And she just like, I worked here for like a year and a half. And that's what she called me every single time. Like, I don't think she ever learned my name, like, ever. So ever since then, she was like, they call us Soft Hands. When I would come in, that's what she would say if she was there. So I just always kept that because I loved it.
You are seriously, you have a talent for your craft.
It's a gift.
Listen.
Yes.
Well, DJ Ham said, sounds like you should be a masseur. Listen.
Ooh.
Look at these hands. Y'all everybody that's listening, look up at the camera. Look at these hands. Okay. These is growing hands. I grows hair. That's one. These hands is massaging hands. I get into that scalp and I be let me tell you something. The best thing about getting your hair done with me is that shampoo. Because I'm about to just, you know, I love to.
And don't forget about the pound cake. Them hands also make a hell of a pound cake.
Y'all want to bring this. Y'all ain't gonna never let that pound cake go, huh?
We gonna always talk about that pound cake. We talking about business today. Y'all want to bring the pound cake up? You know what? I make a mean pound cake. I don't care who says what. I don't care how old your recipe is.
Don't care. That's it. Well, I also want to really quickly STL before we move on. I want to talk about the university. I know I've kind of seen you posting about it, but I want to get a more in-depth description of what you have going on over there and how you are
Yes.
raising up these minds.
Sure, the institute is proprietary that I've created myself, and from years and years and years of experience and teaching and walking and observing people's behavior. You all hear me talk about boss energy. So that is the core. It's called the boss energy path. That is the system that I have created. And in that, the idea is to teach people how to be free, how to have balance, how to come into a place of liberation so that they can actually live their lives to their fullest potential. So it has, the first class was actually this past Saturday. I got some students from the class from the Institute. And I really don't want to call them students because it's not that kind of journey. We are actually feeding one another. And so it's an exploration. So I'd like to think of myself more like Lewis and Clark and the expedition and leading the people across the wilderness and exploring and going places where nobody has gone before. And it's really just a matter of opening up the mind and opening up the mind to your boss energy, where you can live in boss energy everywhere you go, every time you get up, so that there's no in and out vacillating, but that you just walk in that power that is you at all times. And I'm loving it. It's already been a marvelous, marvelous journey. And I think that I've always had a teaching ministry. And so, it's just who I am and it's what I do. And when I say ministry, I'm not so much saying churchy element, because it's not that kind of party, but just the thing that I do, my passion and what is just a natural gifting is teaching. So we've harnessed that, put it together in the Institute for Higher Consciousness, because we're bringing people's minds to a whole nother level and elevation. And listen, you better watch out, because the people that come out of this institute are going to be off the chains. They're going to be doing something. And as we say, this pride, Pride, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear us roar.
Yes.
Ooh, yes.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that. So if you are looking, it sounds a lot like having people own their confidence, kind of relinquishing any kind of self-doubt and unworthiness, and stepping into your true consciousness and confidence. I love that.
Yes.
And it
And
does sound very exciting.
our first segment deals with anchoring your core, because if you're just not anchored yourself in your core, everything else is like you got to have that anchoring. And so with that, we cover so many different areas. We started with dust to dust, the idea that you've come from the dust. And I'll even say, when people think dust to dust, they always think about a funeral and the ending. When we say dust to dust, we're talking about a new beginning and an idea of connecting the stardust that you're made of, because you are stardust. Everything that the stars are made of, you're made of that, literally. That's what we're made of. And so when we connect back to that dust, and we connect back to that dust for life, to live and to be vibrant and to be exciting and to be rich and to be all the things that we ascribe to gems and jewels and stardust and all that, that's what you are. And that's how powerful, that's how rich you are. We'll also talk about frequency. We talk about energy. We'll be talking about the whole idea. And all of this is just an anchor in your core, because it's basically the idea of understanding who and what you are. And when you get the full understanding of that, you're just anchored, and you can't be anything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
When
you can't
coming out
be
the gate,
yeah.
When you got that energy, you got that frequency working, and then we talk about the states of matter and the elements, the four. Listen, it's on like Flynn. And when you put all that together, and that's just an anchor in the core, like I said, you come out with leaps and bounds, and hey, ain't no shutdown to that.
Yeah. DJ Onyx Hart said, I use my boss energy all the time at work, and I do not mean as a manager, but as a person people up at the registers and out at the deliveries can sense my awesome boss energy and sees the confidence and makes them smile because they know I have the confidence to make sure they are taken care of.
Come
I
through.
Love it.
love that. I love
Love
that.
it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Right before we started talking about the institute, I have to go back to this.
Yep.
Oh,
DJ Hams asked Phoenix Lior. It sounds like no. I'm sorry. I read the wrong comment. They
oh.
asked, "Would you rather be known as pound cake or soft cake?"
Listen,
And
it
I want
depend
to
on
know.
it depend on what time of day and what type of activity I'm doing. No, it's like, it just that's what it depends on. Who
I'm
said the
here.
comment? I want to
DJ Hams.
DJ Hams.
Yes, DJ Hams.
It depends on that time of day and that action, whatever I'm doing. Okay. Now, I like to be known as soft hands when it comes to work. I think somebody commented, do you be putting people to sleep? I put almost everybody to sleep, usually. and
Listen,
I just love doing it,
I love
Um, you can, certain people can call me pound cake if they want to.
that. Not certain people. Okay, you guys.
Certain folks, I don't know which way they're going with it. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let the folks know.
I
Pound cake.
can't. Well, just to kind of dive back in, we've got some great, like Lena said, we've got some great entrepreneurs on here. I
Mhm.
wanted to kind of divert over to more of the unknown portions of entrepreneurship. We know it's tax time. Taxes can get confusing. You don't quite know what you want to claim, what you don't want to claim. Um, I want to know in the chat, are you guys filing yourself or are you filing like in a brick and mortar, having someone do it for you and paying them? What are you doing, Lena?
Me personally, this is the first year that I'm going into business full time. So next year is going to be where I have to figure out, am I going to have a certain person or whatever. But I usually just use TurboTax. They have a sector for business,
Mhm.
and I think that if you keep very good records of your income and your expenses and everything, it could go it's more easier. But
Yeah.
I think sometimes a lot of people, when you start businesses, we don't understand and know that you have to like separate stuff and you kind of have to be a little meticulous. If you don't, then tax season is kind of difficult. Tax season is like hell on earth
Mhm.
sometimes, because it's like how to do this and how to separate whatever. But I'm using TurboTax this year. What about you?
I
And
use
let's.
so. Oh, I just broke my pen, you guys.
Oh
I
no.
guess I don't have soft hands.
Let's
Another
see.
one bites the dust. See, girl, you over there breaking pins and stuff.
Listen, so I use Tax Act. I've used Tax Act faithfully for a very long time, from like when I was a teenager, and they used to be like $5.99, and it's just like TurboTax where it's really simple and fast. But the differences between the two, which made me want to go more with Tax Act instead of TurboTax, was that Tax Act, not only can you do like the fill in the blank like W-2, but you can also do where they'll just ask you questions and your response fills in the blanks and tells them which papers you need to fill out.
Mhm.
um it's like the robot does it. It's like an algorithm, and I love that because I was missing things with TurboTax because they weren't
Mm.
asking me questions based off of like what my expenses were and what my deductions could be. So I was missing things with TurboTax. So one year, I think it was like 2016 to 2017, I literally filled them out side by side on my computer, and it was like an $800 difference between TurboTax and Tax Act. Now this
Oh
was just
wow.
me. This is just and I was just missing a lot. So I switched to Tax Act because I like the way they ask me questions, and the robot does all the work for me, and I don't have to do the work.
Mhm.
So I love it. I love it. I've stuck with it.
DJ Einshard, I always find myself, but I have 20 years experience in tax preparation. Look,
Okay,
Shelly
DJ
B,
Hart.
having someone doing mine, which I have done the last 5 years. I used to do my own. Y'all, come on now.
Mhm.
SK, my
Yeah.
return is simple, so I usually file online. Listen,
Well,
it's
I get it.
I think when you talk about business, when you talk about having your own business, I think it's important to like get up on the terms, and you
Mhm.
shouldn't be thinking about taxes right at tax season. Like you should be thinking about taxes right at the beat whenever you're doing business. Like whenever the commerce is happening, you should be thinking about taxes because
Mhm.
it's an important part. And like you said, you do miss a lot of stuff sometimes with the online uh whatever TurboTax, whatever. So I think it's great to know like exactly what's going on so that you can catch stuff or find somebody who who specializes in it, who got 20 years experience or something like that. Okay, so I used to work for a brick and mortar company. That's awesome. Okay, so I mean that experience is invaluable, I feel like. But we did have some links that we wanted to put on here for you guys because
Yes.
I know sometimes taxes can be daunting, especially when you talk about business and all of that. So we are going to drop them into the chat and onto our page after the podcast. So I want y'all to go check that out if you haven't done. Who hasn't done their taxes yet? Who's still in the process of doing them this year?
Girl, not me. I need my money.
I ain't
I
did
can't
mine
wait till
yet.
that direct to the IRS text me and says your funds are on the way. I'm gonna be like, Hey,
um.
Bill Gates, how much is a yacht?
Oh,
Thanks.
come
Bye.
on. Not with the
Yeah,
yacht.
I need a yacht.
I need the yacht with this tax return money. I ain't mad at you.
Mm-hmm. How much you think they charge for them helicopters? You think I can
Right.
park it in my backyard?
That is hilarious. But you know what? That's what people be doing. Like you get that large lump sum of money, you be like, you know what? I'm about to live this life. I know
Listen,
what this must be what Drake feel like. This must be what Kevin Hart feel like.
yep,
All of
I
that.
know
Just
in that
living life.
hotline bling.
Highlight. Like I don't even know what I don't usually get a lot back, but I'm trying to think what do I usually do with my money? It usually like either gets pay some type of bill or something, or credit card or
Mm-hmm.
something. But I never have the fun. I never go get a Versace shirt. But maybe I should one time.
Listen, this uterus has worked for those
Oh,
coins.
period.
We have
How
worked
many, Shelly?
for those
How
coins.
many?
1, 2, 3, tap out.
You feel me? We on here, okay? We need that money. You've put in the work.
I did. I know I love tax time because like people just start buying all the new things, and I'm one of them, and I love it because I'm like, you had them kids, girl. You better.
Listen, what else they good for? No, I'm just playing.
My neighbors in the back, they moved the whole playground into their backyard. They said a public park where? My kids got a playground in the backyard.
Listen, we ain't going out there.
See.
Look, DJ Him said my sheltered ears. Oh my. Well, DJ Onyx. Well, now Shelly didn't expect that.
I
That's funny.
can't. But
Listen,
yeah, I'm
that's
telling
the
you,
best time.
this
That's
is
the
the
best time
best
to have
time.
kids during the
But yeah, so
tax
there
season.
will be a link in the chat. If you don't mind dropping it, STL, it's the do.com.
Mhm,
And it's
I've already dropped it
25.
twice.
Oh, sweet. Thank you. It's just 25 deductions that people are commonly missing. One of the most important ones I want people to take a look at, the home office deduction. We are coming off of the pandemic. Well, I don't know if we're coming off of it, but we're still in this pandemic. I know you worked at home. At least for a week. You can deduct time spent in your home office, whether your home office was just your bedroom or your kitchen. So please, please, please take a look at those things and get your money.
It's important.
It is important.
Let's talk about a little bit, and then we'll hit our poll.
I know what you're gonna hit me with, though.
Let's talk a little bit about Black business and history a little bit. We wanted to kind of touch on Black Wall Street a little bit. It's Black History Month. I don't know what have y'all heard of. I'm sure everybody's heard of the Black Wall Street. So did you guys know that they have a reopening of it though? So tell us a little bit about the two locations, Shelly, that you looked up.
Okay, so yeah, Black Wall Street, the Greenwood district in Oklahoma, just outside of Tulsa, is reopening. So in Greenwood, they're reopening a historical center where you can walk through the original block, and you can see what things looked like for them back then. And they give you some history on the burning of Black Wall Street as well. And then in Stonecrest, Georgia, Black Wall Street Market is reopening. The man, I feel so bad for forgetting his name. I believe his first name was Lee. but he's reopening the market as a descendant of one of the original shop owners from Black Wall Street. So it's going to be in Stonecrest, or I think it is already open. We'll drop the link to the shop because you can shop online. It is 2022.
2020. Oh, shoot.
2020.
What millennium is that?
So you can shop online, Black Wall Street, or you can visit Stonecrest, Georgia, and shop in person, the new Black Wall Street. And I am just so proud of this movement because we weren't in my schools, we weren't even taught about Black Wall Street. I didn't learn about that until I was an adult in college.
Yeah, I want to say I definitely didn't learn about that, and I took African American history and all of that. I don't think nobody touched on it.
Yeah.
So
And it's so
that's
unfortunate.
that's interesting, but you know, yeah, to think about what happened. You know, you have all these Black people in this area, or and they're doing good and they are prospering and being self-sufficient, and here come people in and they massacre us. So
Burn it to the ground. And it was just hate. It was just, I mean, in all cases back then, when it came to racism, it's just hate. I had a friend ask me the other day, like, I'm trying to see what the white people, it was a white friend of mine. She asked me, I'm trying to see why this is off topic, but she was asking me why this even made sense to them. And I'm like, well, what part of segregation or slavery did make sense to you, friend? Like, none of it made sense. That's the whole point. That's why it's not around today. That's why we're trying to get rid of like the inequalities in the world, because it doesn't make sense. So I don't know. I mean, I just didn't know what else to say to her, but
yeah, I mean, I do think that there's still a lot of cities and places that are still segregated. I mean, it's not, nobody's going to say, oh, they're doing it on purpose or anything. But if you look at demographics of a lot of major cities and a lot of cities in America, everything's still pretty segregated. And everything is it's better. But when you look at it as a whole, it's like, oh, wow, you have definite concentrations of different races in different places. And it's like, okay, how do we begin to, well, we've already begun, but how do we really like fix that as far as inequalities in the resources and things like that? Because, why are we having so many groups that are still experiencing these discriminations, not like blatantly or, face to face, but like, or as a whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's definitely interesting. Now, do you feel like, now I want to talk about this because during this time it was like a little segregated city or area, Greenwood. And so the black dollar was being replenished and into the black communities. Do you ever think about that, like money from the money that you make putting back into the community? Do you ever think about like where you're buying from and where your money is going and what groups of people your money is supporting?
Yes. I try really hard to be conscious of that. It's very convenient to just hop on like the Walmart app or the Target app and order something, but I will search for hours online to try to find a black business before I go to Walmart and Target for certain products. Like my hair products, I've moved to ordering from small black owned businesses, because we have the big ones, right? Like the Maine Hair Company and Shea Moisture and Miel Organics and all that, but I'm trying to order from small businesses. Yeah, I'm saying, whole culture, but trying to order from small businesses to make it more replenishing, going back to my people. But it's hard because obviously, you know what? This just briefly, if anybody wants to watch something that will kind of wake you up to this, Killer Mike, the rapper, he has a show on Netflix. I'll have to think of the title, but he has a show on Netflix. In the very first episode, he spent, it was either an entire weekend or an entire day trying to only put his money into the black community. And he ended up sleeping on a park bench because he couldn't find a hotel that was black owned.
Yeah.
It's called Trigger Warning, I think.
Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. Yes. I love that. I've watched it like twice now.
I love it.
He ended up sleeping on a park bench because he couldn't find a black owned hotel. He was trying to make sure for that whole day or that whole weekend, he only put his money back into the black community. And you could tell by the end of the night he was really down on himself because he was like, this is insane that I can't do this. So I try to be conscious of it, but it's hard. Just like he went through the struggles, like it is easier for me to just get my groceries from Walmart. But the other thing, the knickknacks and the things that I can control, I try to order small and black.
I can't say that I'm good at it. I'm not.
Yeah.
But I would like to be more conscious about that because I just feel like that's going to make the difference as far as us building more and up. And I'm not saying that we haven't come a long way because there's a lot of successful Black people everywhere, and a lot of Black people doing very good. But I just feel like there's so much more to learn and so much more community to be had, so much more like connection to be had. So me personally, I don't even know where to start, but I would like to be more conscious about that. So yeah, Black products, Black food, Black everything.
Mhm.
I remember
Mike
watching the
City
episode
said,
when oh, go ahead, go ahead.
yes. Oh no, I was just saying. Mike City said that's the issue, that we have to park the Red Sea to find our products. No, for real, seriously. And there's websites now, like you can go to like findablackdoctor.com or like find a blackwhatever.com, but it's just like, why do I have to do this?
It's so important to have, yeah, it's so important to find Black doctors.
No, for
I feel
real.
like.
Man, I've been searching high and low out here. I think I found one now, so we'll see.
I grew up with a Black doctor. I had a Black doctor all the way through like early adulthood. So, but now that I'm here in Texas, I don't. I would like to find another one. Take
Yes.
care, DJ Hims. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you. We'll see you next time. Good night. And yes. So
Yes.
let's get into our poll real quick, Shelly, before we do
Let's
our
go.
turn our thing around.
Polls. Okay, so it's a short one. We have a short one this
It's
week.
a short poll.
First question. Oh, we just came off of this, so this will be easy. Do you support Black businesses or do you shop big brands? Instinctually, I want to know off the dome, when you say, hey, I want to buy a new coffee cup, I want to buy a new book, are you going for the Black coffee shop or the Black bookstore?
I
want to know.
I don't. It's just usually just whatever is convenient. Not because I don't want to, but just because it's much harder to find it. So I don't. But it's important to do that. I need to start. Okay. It's important to do that.
Absolutely.
What do y'all do? BTD mom said finding Black products is easier than Black services.
It is. She's not wrong. Finding Black products is way easier than Black services. And a lot of the times, the Black services are booked out months before you can get in.
Yeah. I think it's a little different here in Texas. A lot of people, it's a lot of different opportunities here for you to find different Black servicers or whatever. But you just gotta know where to look. And we gotta be asking questions like where do you get this and where do you do that and all of that? It's important. And they have like festivals here where it's just like Black commerce where you can go, you can network, you can sell your product, whatever you do, you can just put it out there.
Yes.
Hey, One Reason, how you doing? Thanks for coming in.
That. So one more time before we move on, do you shop Black businesses instinctually or are you going for the big brands off the rip? I want to know in the chat.
Mike City, instinctually, big brand to be honest, because it's harder to find, but online.
And you know what? That is what it is. But I implore you all to just give it a shot. When you're looking for something, and if you don't need it immediately right now, or if you do, let's say you do need it immediately and you need to run to Walmart for it. Before you go to Walmart, look it up for the next time so that you know where you can go and get it next time. That's how I started. I knew I needed whatever, so I would go grab it. But then I knew the next time, okay, I'm going here. Now I know who I can go to for it.
Yeah, that's important too. Yeah, and get on the apps. They have an app where it's just all Black businesses, all Black products, everything.
Oh, I need that.
I need to find the name of it, but when I find it, I'll put it on our Facebook page. But that's a way. I mean, apps is a way for everything now. So
yes, they are. Okay, I'm gonna I'm not gonna wait for answers to come in. I'll go into the next one and then we can kind of get a mixture of answers. The
Okay.
next one is are you more keen to a entrepreneur schedule or a corporate schedule? So the reason why I worded it that way is because a corporate schedule is 9 to 5. We all know that. But what is an entrepreneur schedule? Because people think you're going to start this business and you're going to be working less than is as if you were working for the man. But the joke's on you because you turn out working way more.
The joke's on you, baby.
The joke is on
Listen, that entrepreneur schedule is 24/7. Whenever the money call, hello, it's money. I'm coming. That's how you gotta be.
Yeah.
For real. Because when you're an entrepreneur, you don't necessarily, especially when you first start out, you don't know where your money's coming from. You don't know the ways, you know what I mean? So you have to be ready to get up and be up and out and networking, all of it, and just
All
be
of
out
it.
there. Yeah,
You're
that's
grinding all day. Seriously. 8 a.m. to
okay.
8 a.m. You are so right, Mike.
Yeah, you just gotta be. People call me, oh, I need to get my hair done. I'm like, well, I'm already booked. And they be like, well, can you come about 12 a.m.? I'll be like,
But don't be intimidated by it because the
send me the
difference
address.
is this is your passion. That is your job because you need money, but this will be your passion. So when you make that bridge over to the thing that you want to do, game time.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Game.
And if it's really what you want to do, you ain't gonna have a problem. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I work myself to the bone and keep you up. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I've been watching Eric Thomas. I probably mentioned him a few times on here, but he always say, "I don't need no alarm clock. I don't need no alarm clock to wake me up. I get up at 3 a.m. every morning."
I don't
And
know. I
he
don't know,
says,
Eric.
my passion wakes me up." But man, it's like that. You know, when you feel like you in your line, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is what I'm created for. This is what I want to do in this life, in this world. It's like engulfing, and you just want to do it. And it's not you're not even thinking about, oh, I need to sleep or whatever. You like, no, I need to get to this purpose.
Yeah.
Really quick
Yeah.
for everybody else who may not be watching the chat. One reason said he has an app. Let me scroll up. OB.
OBWS. Mm-hmm.
OBWS, and he said it lets you know all the black businesses in the area you're in. So go to your app store, OBWS. I will be downloading that as soon as we get off of here.
Go ahead, One Reason, put us on. That's what we
Yeah.
need. Appreciate
Yeah.
you.
I'm here for that. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one, and I have a question for you, Lena, specifically about this one.
Okay.
Booking apps or texting or calling. I want everyone to think about this from a consumer's perspective. You know what? No, think about it from whatever perspective you're in. If you are the person giving the services, you can answer from that point of view. If you're the person wanting the services, you can answer from that point of view. But my question for you, Lena, is I saw on Facebook the other day a hairstylist say, if you're not saying hi, how you doing before you ask me about my services, you're getting blocked. I'm not doing your hair. And I'm just like, but I feel like I don't know you. You put up the ad. I'm just responding to the ad. I don't pull up to the McDonald's drive-thru and say, "Hi, how's your day? Oh, that's great. Yeah. How's your mom? Your dad? Your children? Okay, Rebecca, can I get a McDouble?" I don't do that.
But why not though?
I mean, I do the hey, how are you? But I'm not like.
I literally was thinking last time I was at Sonic, I was thinking I should change instead of just going right into my order. I should say, they say, hey, how you doing? Thank you. Come to Sonic. How can I help you? I should say, hope your day's doing well. I'd like a number 3. Or,
Aww.
blessings. I like a number. If you're having a rough day, I pray that it gets well. Let me get that number 5 with the cheese. Because I guess it's like a generational thing because back I don't want to say back in the day, but it used to be business wasn't like business. It wasn't corporate. It was like life. So yes, how you doing? Whatever. When I talk to my clients, They tell me things about their life. I know about their kids. I know
Yes.
about their struggles, what they're
Yeah, you
doing
got a
good
point
in.
there.
And I keep it in me, and I'm a part of their life, and when I see them again, I'm gonna ask, okay, how did this turn out, or how's the kid? Did that get that grade up? You know what I mean? So it's like a personal relationship, and I think that's what's missing from our new businesses, and that's kind of why I talk to different people, my peers in the industry, about these booking apps because it's kind of the way that everything is going, but it loses that personal touch, you know.
Okay.
I'm more of a personal
I'll
touch.
add the hi. How are you? My
Now
question. Okay. Follow on
I'm not
question.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
gonna block anybody because they
Oh
don't
no.
say
If you said
I'm
done, you're
not.
not
I'm gonna
getting
get
your
the
hair
money.
done.
I'm gonna make the money. But I'm going to, when they come in, they're gonna know that I'm a personal type of person. So maybe next time they'll be
So
like,
next time, see, I like that. I like
yeah,
that mentality.
yeah.
I do. My other question would be, okay, so do I send, hey, how are you? And then I wait for her to respond and then I ask for my box braids? Or do I say, hey, how are you? Do you have an appointment for box braids this Saturday?
Don't even say here. Say blessings, grand rising.
Okay.
Just give an affirmation. You are great. Love your work. Can I get some box braids?
Okay.
Because
I get that.
a lot of people say, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm doing fine. How you doing? I'm doing fine. Y'all
Uh-huh.
ain't doing fine. Y'all
You're
straight.
not.
No.
Not.
Don't just
You're
say
not at all.
stuff. Don't just be saying stuff. I got into that.
Right.
People say, "How you doing?" I'm like, no, today kind of rough. I woke up crying, this, that, and that, and this. But people don't really want to hear that. But I mean, just some type of personal touch.
Okay.
Because we're dealing with people here. We ain't dealing with algorithms and
Yeah, that's
robots.
true.
We
That's true.
folks. We folks.
Okay.
We
I'll
blood and
personalize
flesh.
it and see
Yeah.
where I get. Maybe I'll get
And
my
I
hair done.
like the
Actually.
idea of the affirmations. Affirmations are powerful, and it doesn't have to go in any particular direction, like you said, as far as them giving all of their bad, everything that happened to me today that was traumatic. But it does allow them to feel and hear something and receive something positive into their energy. I think that's great.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Right.
One
Okay.
reason I do say, hey, he said, hi, how you doing? Let me get a Mike City said, what up though? Let me get a large.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say something new every week. I'm trying not to eat out, but I might just have to go eat out just to try this out, just
Just to
because we
try it out.
rebooting. I might just have
Research purposes. Research purposes.
to.
Okay,
Blessings.
last one. Does your current financial situation reflect the future that you've curated in your head? No, it needs work. Or yes, you're right on track.
Mm.
I personally feel like I'm in between. I'm not like so far off. I mean, I feel like it's always going to need work. I'm always going to have to be going for the next goal. But I'm not so far off that like I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get something done right now. I said I wanted to be in the stock market by 30. I've done that. Like certain goals that I've set, I've hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pulling my hair a little bit, but not a lot.
I think this is a kind of a loaded question. It's a little loaded question for me because I just feel like you have to kind of build. So if you're in the state of building, no, you might not have a lot in your bank account, but if you're building those habits that's going to sustain a foundation for financial success, then yeah, you're doing good, even though you might have $3 in your bank account. But
Mhm.
I think it depends. For me, I need to be way, way in a way better situation. But I am building a business, so I'm not I'm not putting pressure. Like I'm not going to make myself feel bad that I don't have $50,000 in the bank or something like that. But
Mhm.
it is important to be saving on the way. Even if you're not making as much as you want to make, you need to still be building those habits so that in the future, when you are making what you want to make, you're ready for it and you're going to be a good steward over that money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So prepare for the future.
Preparation, baby. Mike
What
City
did
said,
Kanye say?
what?
Kanye has a line that says something like that. Y'all know I'm a Kanye fan.
Oh, you are?
He has what did he say? Something like when I wasn't balling, but I looked like I had it, or something. I just butchered that, so don't take that from me.
Listen, when I become a millionaire or whatever, I'm still gonna be wearing Crocs. Mike City said, I guess it's the neighborhood you're in by default. I'll say what up though, but okay, you're talking about the food. But elsewhere I'll be more polite, like, hey, how you doing? How are you?
Mhm.
I relate to my people differently. That's funny.
I have dreams that I'm from New York, you guys. I have dreams that I have like I'm not even gonna try it because I don't want Mike to fry me up. But I do have dreams that I have that I have like a Brooklyn accent. Not gonna try it. Not gonna try it, but I do. I have like typical whatever fantasies that I'm from New York, and I'm walking down the block. My hairstylist is here. I'm running into the bodega to grab me some hot Cheetos and a bacon egg and
Not
cheese.
the bodega.
Like, I'm not gonna do it, Mike. I'm not gonna do it. But I tell y'all, in my dreams, I got it. I got it.
Real quick, what's y'all opinion on code switch? Because one reason brought it up. Code switching is real. That's what he said. What's y'all opinion on it? Have y'all heard it? Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
It's not that this.
We do it. We do it.
We do it.
We do it for sure.
I definitely tried to get out of the habit of like code switching because I feel like I should be able to be who I am wherever. And the way that I speak.
Like, when I call AT&T, I become a totally different person. Because why would you cut my services off right now? And I really need internet. What is going on?
Listen.
So, code switching is real.
It's a survival thing. It is. You know, it's the way that we've been doing it. You know, we have a corporate voice. We have a whatever voice, this and that and this. But I think at a certain point, we should be able to just be ourselves. You know, this is what smart sounds like. This is what financially stable sounds like. This is what customer sounds like. This is what intelligence sounds like. However I say it, you know what I mean? So I've been kind of changing my opinion on that a little bit. Mike City said, I heard you have to, unfortunately, as soon as they see you, you are automatically judged before you open your mouth. So true. So true. But I think it's gonna be up to us to change them opinions. Okay. This we not in survival mode no more. We in
but everyone wants to use why the vernacular acronym just left my mind. AAVE.
I don't know.
African American Vernacular English, I think.
I don't know.
Which is what they have given the name of, I guess, culturally Black Ebonics. Like what we have always called Ebonics, they now call AAVE.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I ain't even heard of that.
Yeah, girl, yes. And so it's a thing. And now they're saying like, but now white people want to use AAV. Like when you get on the internet and you see people saying like, yes, queen, get it, girl. Things that we have always said within our community that we've been judged for, that we've been stigmatized for. But now white girls want to say it and it's just hip. It's just urban. And I'm just like,
a little weird.
No, I'm not sure I'm here for it.
Yeah, it's weird. But, you know, you can't stop people. They're going to do what they want to do. But
they are.
I'm looking at people sideways sometimes.
You are not alone.
What we said, they always use what we have and or create.
Exchange back and forth. I think it's okay to exchange back and forth. I like the idea of cultural exchange, and so I like to borrow from everywhere. And I'll say that I do code switch. I do code switching, so there's no doubt about that. But I found that to be necessary in the Black community amongst Black people. Depending on who I'm dealing with, I have to code switch. So it just depends.
That's true. That's
true.
That's a real thing.
And that's the issue with me. One reason, you know, you have people, you know, we are out how we are, but we don't grow from it. You get other people who then take what we have, and then they get applauded for it. They grow for it. They make the money off of it. So that's kind of the issue that I be having. But you know, I think everybody do a little bit of code switching here and there, whatever. Let me see. Mike C
Truck
said
driver
it's
said, "I'm one band, one sound. You gonna get it how I live."
Yeah.
period. Okay. Because you know what? Let's just accept everybody. Like,
yeah,
let's just make that the standard. And it is what it is. Like, don't judge me. Like, why are we still judging book top covers and we in 2022? We already know we're dynamic, different multi-level human beings or whatever. So, you know, you already know you can't just take somebody for what you see. You know, we have multiple levels and everything. So, you know, I feel like we gotta raise that standard.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Was that our last poll question?
That was our last poll question.
Well, you know what that means. Tall Pumps, you can't. Tall Pumps came just in time.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, Tall Pumps, yes.
Right here, let me say crazy very sorry. I'm an English professor. There's no way I'm walking into a class to teach speaking to my students like I do with homies. Ain't happening.
Absolutely. But what people have to understand, that's the difference right there, is that I know what proper English is. I know what the correct pronunciation. Do I know? I know what the correct pronunciations are, but this is where I'm comfortable. This is what I like to do with the people that I know I can.
I mean, I just think it's dope. You know, you took people from Africa, you brought them over here. They didn't know the language, they didn't know nothing, and then they learned it, and then they mixed it with their language, and they came up with. You know, I just think it's dope. I just think the way that we speak is dope. And when I hear people talking, I don't hear that. I don't hear Black people talking and think, oh, ignorance. I hear Black people talking, and I hear resilience and whatever was thrown at us. We took it and we. And then we didn't have no books to teach us the language. And that's just dope to me. So I think, you know, we shouldn't look at it as a negative. We should look at it and say, damn, that's some crazy shit. That's some amazing stuff.
It really is. It really is.
And so that's how, when I hear Ebonics, whatever, ABCTK, whatever it is, I'm like, man, we too cool.
What did Sharice just say on Selling Tampa? I could give you the ingredients to the sauce and you still wouldn't drip like me.
Who said that? Did you watch that show?
Girl, yes, I loved it. I loved every second of it. I loved Selling Sunset too. But Selling Tampa was my heartbeat, my motivation. She said, I could give you the ingredients to my sauce and you still wouldn't drip like me.
Oh, period.
Yes.
That was a good show. Everybody go watch it on Netflix. We ain't getting paid for the sponsorship, but it's a good show.
Go watch it.
Yeah. Okay, turn that thing around.
Yes. You want to go first?
Sure, I'd love to.
Okay, let's go.
Here we go. You guys ready? Here it is. You have a business and you've been preparing to open up and start having commerce, okay? The last step is to file your business name. The name of your business is very personal and you have already ordered merch for it. I got a little typo. That's okay. Look over it. Once you go to file your name, there are 50 other businesses with the name in that vicinity that you love, okay? You try to purchase the domain for your website and you see that somebody has already taken it. Turn the thing around.
Ooh, okay, so I am a Black woman, and what we love to do is just we're gonna turn those C's into K's, baby. We're gonna turn those C's into K's. Creative Creations is now Creative Creations, okay? Arts and Crafts is now Arts and Crafts, okay? We turning the C's into K's. I'm filing the paperwork. That's all I gotta do right there.
But you know what? I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to make that face. I just got a Charlie horse in my daggum leg.
Oh no. But
somebody bring me a banana. I need some potassium.
That's how I'm turning it around. The C's are turning into K's. Boom, we're done.
You know what? This is the issue for a lot of folks. This is sound. Like, a lot of people start business. You go to a mentor. This is a sound of like mentorship. This is advice. Check out the name before you decide to have the name. Okay.
Yes. And then if it's too similar, I guess I would just like go to the next best thing. Like synonyms. I got to use synonyms. If it was Nothing Bunt Cakes, now I'm Nothing Pound Cakes. I don't know. Like,
have you had one of them nothing but cakes?
no, haven't yet. Are they good?
Girl, them nothing but cakes.
Really? So I'm a couple screws short of a full toolbox because I thought nothing but cakes.
Wait, say it again.
I'm a couple
Yeah.
screws. Is that the term? I don't know. But I
I
thought
love
that
it.
that place was a Wichita only thing. And then I started going everywhere and I was like, oh, look at Wichita on the map. And Nick was like, what? I'm like, look, they got a nothing but cakes. He's like, Shelly, it's a franchise. You ever heard of a franchise? Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, like, it's everywhere. I'm like, oh.
Everywhere, baby. That's
I
funny.
thought it was us.
Listen,
I thought we was out here.
I only experienced here in Texas. It's good. Somebody had it there. I just went to a wedding. They had it as a wedding cake. I was like, yeah, y'all doing it.
Fire.
It was really
I
good.
need to try it now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch mess with somebody else said it in the chat. Play with the spelling. Crazy Berry Town, play around with the spelling and get creative.
Yeah, the advice would be to make something that's unique. Something that when somebody looks it up, it's not 50 it's not other names that they can get confused with. Because if you have something that everybody else is using, then you're going to be competing with those businesses to get the people. So the advice would be to come up with something that's more unique. But then it's like you get connected to these names and get connected to this and that, and you don't want to compromise. But it's like, don't be so connected. Think about the survival of your business and how it's going to affect the success of your business. So that's what they would tell you.
Royal Confessions just said, just did this last week, submitted several names to the state. They responded with which ones were available. I had a suspicion that this is what happened. This is what happens when you submit business names, because there's a Hawaiian restaurant in my hometown and it's called Hale House. But in Hawaiian, Hale means house. So I was like, why would they name it House? But I think that's what happened, is that they tried to originally file for the name Hale, and it must have been taken because the name Hale is a big name in Wichita. Like the Hales own everything. The dentist, the doctor, everybody's Hale. So I think they tried to originally file for Hale, which is spelled like Hale, and they couldn't get it. So then they just go Hale House.
Wow.
But it makes no sense because Hale means house. I don't know.
And I hear Hale, I want to put my hand, hallelujah. That's what it reminds me of.
Ebo, Toto, and Ho Ho, come through.
Oh, come on through, Ho Ho. We takes everybody.
I love it. And yes, congratulations, Royal Confessions. Give us some details. What you found?
Talk about starting an Arkansas Chamber of Commerce. I'm sorry, Arkansas Chamber of Commerce.
I see you. Black Chamber of Commerce. Let's get it.
2022 is gonna be your year, Royals Confessions. Success. I'm so happy about that. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I've got a good one.
All right, I'm ready.
You've been saving for a vacation with your girls to Bora Bora. You've already made the $500 deposit and you're very close to your goal for the total trip amount.
Okay.
You guys leave in 3 months. On your way home from the gym, your car starts making a loud, disturbing sound and you notice smoke coming from your engine. You take it into the shop and they say it's going to be $1,100 and they need to start on it immediately. It's one of those like safety issues where they can't let you drive it. So they'll have to keep it until you pay. That $1,100 would be a good chunk of your vacation money. Turn it around. I just put you in a real bad spot, but you got to dig your way out of it, sis.
Bora
Dig your way out.
Bora. Oh man, how many? I'm struggling on this one. This is rough because let me tell you something. My car right now, the check engine light keep coming on. One day the check engine light come on, another day the check engine light go off, and I just keep praying on that thing. Keep praying on that thing. Keep that light off, Jesus. Keep that light off.
Bless this car, please.
Listen. This I'm gonna turn the thing around. Okay, I'm on the Black app right now. I'm dating. Talk to the guys or whatever. I'm about to put in some work. What's up? What you doing? How you doing? Where you at? Where you from? And I'm about to get out here and get a little, assistance from the folks, date here, date there, and see what happens, see what I can make.
I need me a sugar daddy.
I needs me a sugar daddy. I'm gonna go ahead and up that age on my profile on up to 75. And let's see what I get. What hits I get. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yes. I'm gonna be a sugar daddy.
They have I forget the name of the website. They have a website where people will buy your just real quick before
and
I
how
start,
you know? And how you know, Shelly? Go ahead.
This is not safe for like children's ears. But anyways, they have a website where people will buy your used panties.
Oh,
and like, what use do you have for them? Sell them.
This was on Orange is the New Black, and all of them was wearing the panties, and they would sell them.
I think it's called like Panty Deal or Panty Bet or something like that. Pantydeal.com. Yeah.
I'm about to do that. I'm gonna do the panty thing. I'm gonna give me a. You said what?
I don't want your draws.
Somebody either, but somebody does.
Somebody do. I'm gonna sell these draws. I'm gonna give me a sugar daddy. I'm gonna get on these apps. And I'm gonna go out here and make some money. I'll rent a car for a little bit, make $100, $200 a day, and I'm just gonna hustle until I get the money. Because let me tell you something, life ain't waiting for nobody.
It's not.
I'm going to Bora Bora, and I'm getting this car fixed. Period. Okay. Now I got 2 credit cards. Maybe I can add another one. Maybe it's time for me to get a new credit account.
I love it.
That was bad advice.
Oh my.
Oh my. Every time I say "oh my," put in a southern accent. I'm just about to be a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.
Shelby, you came in at the right time.
All I'm saying is, it's so many ways to make money. I'm about to be couponing. It's an app right now. One of my clients was telling me it's an app. You take pictures of your receipt, they give you money.
Oh, I use that. It's called Fetch. You take pictures of your receipts and they give you money. Last year I earned $50. This year, the year before last, I earned 50. Last year, I earned 80, and I'm on my way to 100 this year because I bought a lot of stuff.
And all I want to know is, are you reporting that on your taxes? That's what
Are you supposed to? See
what I'm saying? See how the folks are making money and acting like they don't know they don't have to pay taxes on it?
I did not know.
Well, if you make under $3,000, you don't have to you got to pay taxes on a penny. I don't know for real.
Oh, true. Listen, did not claim Fetch. And listen, so if you had Fetch, Ibotta, and Free Stuff, I've had so many deals with those 3 apps. So like, you submit it through Fetch, and then Fetch automatically submits it over to Ibotta and money directly into your account. Boom.
Yeah, we got to do what it do. Okay, I'm about to be out here. I'm about to be messaging celebrities on Instagram and stuff. You got $100 I can borrow? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. I'm about to knock on doors. Can I cut your grass? Whatever it takes. Do you have a lawnmower? You want me to wash your car? Remember how you had that one family member, never had a job. Everybody called them to come help clean up the house. Y'all need me to come clean up the house?
Oh, wait, that was a family member for you guys? Oh, I guess he was a family member, but it was always like a crackhead for us.
Well, all I'm saying is, you call who I'm about to be the crackhead. What can I do? You need me to watch the kids? Whatever it takes. I'm trying to get to Bora Bora. I need to make money. Pennies add up to dollars add up to thousands.
I can't. Crazy Berrytown said, guess I could always sell pee by the pound, but that's frowned upon these days. It's not.
Listen, you know how many smoker friends I got, and I got all this clean urine coming out of me? I could be selling.
No, she said pee. I don't think she was talking about that. She said pee.
Oh, look at me. She's talking about the poop. I probably won't sell no pussy, but I will. The pee, listen, however it goes. Yeah, because they selling. Yeah, they got some stuff they sell at the store. I got clean. You got to get. Let me say, when you got to get creative with this money thing. Okay, you got to make it.
Y'all thought said make a penny scented candle.
Ooh, like Erykah Badu. Erykah Badu with her punani scented incense.
Oh, y'all killing me. Y'all killing me.
And they sold out in 5 minutes. And then she just restocked them like last month, and they sold out again in 5 minutes. Like, who really wants to smell Erykah Badu like that?
What's her
Yeah, I
smell
know
like?
some folk that with mine.
She said she drink cranberry juice all the time. It tastes sweet or something. I remember that.
You did say that.
Yeah, so I started drinking cranberry juice myself.
Rebel said you sell a
Cranberry
pea by the ounce.
I'm selling pea by the ounce, okay?
Nigga said I got some smoker friends.
I got some smoker friends, you know, and they
It's
you know
always Lena with the misinterpretations. Lena, you gonna go
Always.
abroad? What you mean, a woman? No, Lena, abroad, like overseas.
right. I listen. I sells it all, honey. I know how to get it in the cup. I got some extra. When I go to the doctor, I get the extra pea cups. Can I get a few of these, doctor? Yes, you can. And I keeps it warm on my body. I know all the tricks of the trade because
Look, the doctor already know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Hey, Lena,
I'm
Lena,
done.
what you doing? I ain't doing nothing. Hey, you been drinking water today? Hell yeah, I've been drinking water. Ready for you. I got an ounce waiting.
Pull up.
Pull up. Okay.
Pull up.
And park around the corner because I don't want the folks knowing what I'm doing. Some Suge Avery P, baby. That's what I'm calling.
Okay, you want to do one more? You want to get up out of here?
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
You want to do one more?
What's your last one? Is it funny?
I gotta. Yeah. No, it's more serious. It's more serious.
Okay, I'll do mine. Okay, here it is. You have saved up $20,000 for seed money to start a business. Okay, you've been saving. You are trying to figure out what business to start. Nothing is grabbing your attention. You realize you have the vision to start a business, but you're scared to spend the money you have spent all your time saving. You're not sure how to switch your mindset over to making the necessary financial moves. Turn that thing around.
One thing I got plenty of is some money-making cousins. My cousins once a week post something about making some money. So I'm calling one of them like, yo, what's up? I know I want to do something. I just don't know. We're gonna get into this business together.
Okay.
Let's go half and half. Let's get this off the ground. Let's get going. Somebody's gonna have an idea that I'm interested in. So I'm going to call up somebody I know who I trust and I can rely on to be in this venture with me. And go through it.
Okay.
A little bit of entrepreneurship.
A little bit of entrepreneurship. But I think this is an issue for a lot of people who want to start a business and they'll save the money. But then it's like, you know, they didn't do like any of the research. They're just not ready to get into that. Okay, we about to spend money, about to make moves now. Yeah. So it's like, how do you do that?
A lot of people think that the general mindset and the money is just gonna bring the success, but you gotta be tapped in. You have to know what the people want. Supply and demand. Just because you got the thought, just because you got the idea and the cash, doesn't mean you're making anything.
Shirley, what do people want?
What supply and wait? What do people want?
They want the Suge Avery P.
I cannot. I cannot. But it's true. Like supply, you gotta know what people want.
Yeah.
And be there for it.
Yeah.
Now on Suge Avery P, I'm gonna say this as far as supply and demand. The Rebel made up a drink, just created a concoction. And my nephew, who is now deceased, but when he tasted, he said, "This is good." He said, so he's like, "Do you have a name for it?" She was like, "No." He said, "This is called Suge Avery P."
I've had it. It's bomb. I forgot all about that.
Okay, wait. I thought you were just being fun. I have a feeling the Suge Avery P is something. What is this?
It's
a drink. The Rebel actually makes concoctions of alcoholic beverages, and this particular beverage that she
Rebel's a bartender.
Rebel just makes up stuff. It's tasty now. I'm gonna tell you what, it's tasty. It is tasty. So we've been passing it around to folk and letting them taste Rebel's drink. And so my nephew said the perfect name for it was Suge Avery P, and that's literally what we call it.
Listen, Rebel,
here for it.
Package it. I'm ready to have some right down here in Texas.
I need to try it, Rebel. As many times as I have seen to you, and I ain't tried it yet.
It's bomb. I remember it. It's bomb.
I need it.
Yes, I forgot about that. Y'all need one too.
It's
I
tasty.
want one like now.
Listen, it's off the chains. It'll almost make you alcoholic, child. It's
I
tasty.
thought I
Uh-huh.
invented a drink this weekend. Like I was so excited to tell Nick about it. I'm like, ooh, I invented a drink. Ooh, I got it. Like
What
this
is
is
it?
it. So of course he's like, here we go again. Me and my few screws short of a toolbox. I'm like, okay, here, boom, go get you some peach Jim Beam and some lemonade, and you mix it up. Just those two, real easy. Put them in a cup. And Nick was like, "This is the dirty Arnold Palmer. Arnold Palmer. Like people drink this. This is already a drink."
Everybody's drinking that, Shelly.
Mind you, before I told him, I had told like 50 other people, and nobody told me. I'm like, y'all try this. This is the best creation ever. And it took Nick to be like, no, that's a thing.
That is
So
her.
everybody
Nick
else is
really,
just looking at me being stupid
Nick really got to get you together, Shelly.
all
Come
the
through.
time.
That
Uh-huh.
is so funny.
I think I'm just like, ooh, got it. And he'd be like,
That simply lemonade, all them lemonades, the blueberry, the strawberry lemonade, and any type of liquor like the peach crown. You can't go wrong. A little ice, get your
You
little seltzer
cannot.
water.
Someone was like, oh, you put lemonade and Hennessy? Yeah.
Oh, I ain't never
Unmatched.
tried that now.
Hennessy and lemonade is fire, especially simply lemonade.
I feel like when I drink Hennessy, I just gotta drink it. Like I can't. I gotta be a thug when I drink
Just
Hennessy.
shoot it.
Just like period.
Well,
I
Hennessy
can
does give
sip.
me like out the trenches vibes.
Really.
Like I'm real gutta when I drink Hennessy. Like,
Oh, I hear the little accent and everything. Come on.
Well,
That
okay.
is hilarious, Shelly. Shelly, we need to get drunk. We need to drink together. Okay, we need to just have. We should just have a episode where we're all just sipping on something.
yes. Oh, I would love that. Yes.
Because that's what
That's
I'm
funny.
usually. I'm usually sipping on something, but I didn't sip on nothing today. I had a little water. I told y'all about the trolley horse. I'm trying to get some potassium. I'm trying to slow it down. This 2022 is the year that I get myself together. Okay,
Mhm.
Come
simple as
through.
that.
Come
Okay,
through.
we have time. Real quick, I'm gonna shoot this last one out.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Before you
so
go, I'm gonna say just real quickly.
yes.
Paul Plumps had a good comment. She said, "Research and try to align your business to your passion." I just wanted to throw that in because it was a good comment. Okay, go right ahead.
Yes.
Go right ahead.
That
Absolutely.
research part is so important when it comes to business. A lot of people don't think about it, but it's so important because you basically just setting yourself up. So then you got the plan before you even, it's that vision. It's like Serena. Did y'all watch that? I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say this real quick. Did y'all watch
No,
the
you're
thing
fine.
about Serena's dad, Will Smith, with Serena's dad?
Yes,
No, I
And
want
he
to.
had,
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
it was
okay,
great.
I don't want to give you any spoilers, but basically he had this vision.
No, you're
He
fine.
had a
Wrote
vision.
it,
Yeah,
wrote it, put it out, and he just went forth. Nothing around his surroundings, nothing indicated that this is what he should do. But he wrote that vision out. He researched. He had no prior knowledge of nothing,
yeah.
Yeah.
and he wrote that thing out, and he made it come to pass.
Yes, he
So
did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, y'all have fully made me believers and a believer in the power of writing things out. You get it out your head and onto paper, and it just helps you align the steps necessary. Even if you don't write out every single step, write out the ending, write out the goal, just write out the goal, and everything else will just flow from there. And you'll get that on the paper too. Y'all have made me a believer.
have you been doing your list still, Shelly?
I've been doing my list. Girl, let me tell you. I'm so on top of it now that I do my groceries like days before it's time to go pick it up. I feel like I'm like elite listing now.
Come on.
Everything's going to be a list now. And I did not, literally like 2 months ago, I didn't even believe in the power of like, I'm like, why? Why would I want to look at it? I literally was like, why would I want to really look at that? But
Listen,
it has evolved my way of thinking.
that's dope. That's awesome. That's
Completely.
awesome. Okay, let's hit your last turn that thing around.
Let's go. Okay, so you're married and you spend about $800 a month on your beauty and hygiene, facials, waxes, hair, lashes, the works. Your spouse usually takes care of the bills in the home and you buy groceries and household supplies.
Hell
He
yeah.
tells you he's interested in taking a demotion so that he'll have more time available in the evening for his hobbies.
What's his hobbies?
Uh,
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He expresses that he really needs to reset his self-care routine, Lena, and recharge his body. This demotion would mean less trips to the salon for you, since you'll have to pick up a few of the bills. Turn that thing around.
Oh.
WWJD, Lena. WWJD.
I'm not even gonna play around with this. I just feel like men, they don't usually speak up about themselves often or say stuff like that. So if my man came to me and said, I need a break, then and he ain't trying to just he's not saying, oh, you got to take over all the bills, just a little less here or whatever. I would definitely just go ahead and sacrifice and just care for that man, whatever he needs. You need Friday massages, we'll get a babysitter for the kids. I got you. A matter of fact, well, I'm that type of person though. So I would definitely just chill out and let him take some time, because I think men, they don't know how to do that, and it feels wrong for a lot of them when they say, I need a break, I need some help. And so if he really came to me like that, I would just be like, I'm here for you, I got you, let's do it. Now as far as my beauty regimen, I'm just gonna have to go natural. Instead of going to get the facials, I'm gonna get some honey, I'm gonna get some oats, I'm gonna get some lemon. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yes, adapt and overcome.
Adapt and overcome. The women in India, they use henna to dye their nails and their hair. I'm gonna do that. Okay. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna switch the beauty a little bit. Okay, and I'm just gonna look a little different for a year or two. People gonna be like, Lena, you good? I'm gonna be like, I'm real good. My man is good too. So what's up?
Yep, he's real good. As a matter of fact, I love that.
He's real good. I take care of him, honey. Okay, and yeah, I'm paying more bills. I'm paying bills. I already told all my, when I go out with my girlfriends and they talk about, girl, I gotta work this and that. I'll be like, I'm at the house with the kids.
I'm inside. Y'all outside. I'm inside.
I cook the food. I put my feet up. I care. I tend to him, but he makes the money. But I mean, if I had to do it, I actually enjoy working. Like I like working, I like making money or whatever. So it probably would be a good time for me just to get back in there. How old are my kids? How old are my kids?
I didn't say kids. No, I didn't say kids. I didn't say
we ain't got kids.
Just you guys.
We married and we ain't got kids.
The problem was you spend $800 a month on this, keeping the upkeep.
Oh yeah, we definitely can get rid. I can spend about $200. That's fine.
Yeah, you could trim it down.
I'm cool with that.
Leave your braids a little bit longer. Do the little thing where you can twist the new growth and make the braid look new again.
Yeah. Period. Yeah. Just never take the braid out. Just twist it. I got braid locks.
Eventually, we're just gonna have locks. We'll be good.
I went to Jamaica last year, and I went up there with them Rastafarians, and they just enlightened me. It ain't gonna be because I need to work. It's gonna be because I'm enlightened. Okay.
Listen,
change that perspective. That's what you gotta do.
I love it. Because baby needs that break. I'm just paying more bills.
I'm just paying more bills. I'm like, ooh.
Well, we haven't done it in a while, but I don't know why this episode has inspired me. We got to get our mantras out there. What's your mantra going into the week?
I love it. Okay. This week, my mantra is going to be let go, love, flow. That's my mantra for this week. Okay. I ain't forcing nothing with nobody. I'm letting, I'm going to commune with God, and I'm going to commune with myself, my higher self. And I've been really trying to do this. Like I've been doing my affirmations, whatever, but I sit there and have a good time with myself. I talk to myself. I'll be laughing and everything. I really do. So I'm just going to do that more this week, and whatever happens is what happens, honey.
Come through.
I love it. I love it. Y'all know me in my simple little 3 words. Free, free, friendly, and financed. Those are the 3 words I want y'all to carry with you through the week. Free, you are friendly, and you are financed.
Come through.
Let's go. You got one, STL? You want to jump in on this train?
In the words of a Yoruba priestess, when I look in the mirror, I see power.
I see power. Hey, Gene, have you seen Cool Runnings? Have you seen Cool Runnings?
No, not yet.
Oh, it's a scene on Cool Runnings where the guy he's feeling down about himself, and he said, "Look in that mirror." He said, "What do you see?" "I see pride. I see power. I see a bad mother who don't take nothing from nobody." I say it all the time. I love it.
Yes.
I loved it.
Yes.
All right. Well, I have been so excited to be with you guys tonight. I tried to type them all in, so if I typed them wrong, I'm sorry. Does it look good?
You didn't get mine. Oh, yes, you did.
What? Yeah, girl, let go, let flow.
Listen, I love it.
This has been a great night. I love this conversation. Thank you guys for joining us in the chat. Crazy Berry Town, we love you. Tall Pups, we love you. All of our new people who came through tonight, please come through again. Follow me, I'll follow you. I love tuning into random channels during the week while I'm doing chores and whatnot. You can follow me on Instagram at Miss Shelly Welly. You can follow me on Twitter at Miss Shelly Welly. Join our Facebook page, Reboot This. Search it in your Facebook bar. We should pop right up with our pretty little mugs. And you can join our Facebook page and join in on the shenanigans. Where can they find you, Lena?
Listen, y'all can find me on Instagram at Leor Music. That's Leeor Music. And guess what? If you don't got Instagram, just go outside, open up your door, go outside, look up to the clouds and say, Phoenix. And I promise you, I hear you. That's where I'll be. Okay. And we're going to be connected, baby. And that's the type of, listen, I seen this video about a man who hasn't eaten. He said he hasn't eaten in 4 years. And he basically creates energy through his breathing and it sustains him. Okay, that man just blew my mind a little bit. I don't know if he's telling the truth or not.
That man is telling a story. He inhaling soup.
Look, the idea blew my mind. He had 8 in 4 years, so I'm just on a different. I'm on a different level. Okay,
sorry, if you're hovering over the ramen noodles like this, you're eating. At the end of the day,
it's called a breatharian or something. I see it on TikTok. I said, "Oh, what the heck is going on in life now?" Either way, I'm on a different. It put me on a different playing level. So y'all want to talk to me? Call my name, and I hear you. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna tell you, like I heard a lady today. I am God's gavel. That man lying.
That man is telling a story.
Y'all look it up. Okay, he said he's a breatharian. He's a breatharian.
Oh my God. Okay. And if he a little chunky, I'ma know something.
Girl, I ain't never heard nothing like that. I don't know. I don't really believe it, but just the idea that somebody said something like that and brought it, like just thought it up. I'm on a different playing level.
Oh my God. Crazy Berry said that man is a kook.
Kook.
Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Now, we are great beings. We got it. Okay. We got the power to do whatever.
Not.
No. Okay.
And you can follow STL everywhere. Spiritual thought leader.
I'm everywhere.
I'm pretty sure.
Mike City said I'm in your house and you might not know it.
Oh yeah, it's on TikTok. Hello, you guys. My video's recycled again on the For You page. So please follow me on TikTok. I need like 200 some odd followers, and then your girl gonna be making them TikTok dollars.
Listen, Crazy Berry Town, what up? I heard you.
Yes.
I heard you. Okay, now Royal Confession talking about my satellite signal just went out when I holler Phoenix. Now don't do me like that now.
Not the satellite signal.
I'm not on satellite. I'm not on cable. It's a subscription. You gotta reply.
What happened? You know what,
y'all?
You need to hit that.
We love y'all.